Hey guys, welcome to Bolt from the Blue Tarot. My name is Sam. Right off the bat, I had some sinus. My attention was drawn to my sinuses. There was this pressure, maybe someone has something with their sinuses going on right now. Maybe someone's watching this on an airplane, with the pressurization stuff in the cabin. Yeah, maybe that'll come up again throughout the reading, but in any case, we're going to hop right in. Looking at my storybook deck first thing here. Just going to grab a couple starting energies from this deck. Let's see. Ooh. All right, we're going to grab one more, and then I'll explain these. Ooh. Okay, so we got card number 20 and card number 35. Q and Picard on the bridge of the USS Enterprise. And we've got Dorothy with her ruby red slippers. So Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Wizard of Oz, respectively. Q and Picard on the bridge of the Enterprise. So Q is an omnipotent, omniscient, higher dimensional being that comes down and shows up on the bridge of this starship from time to time to mess with the captain, Picard. And he puts him and the crew through tests of humanity. These tests to see what they're made of and what kind of beings are humans, and what are their souls like, and basically he puts them through these trials that he can undo at any time. With the click of his finger, he can set everything back the way it was, but also with the click of his finger, he can throw everything into chaos. He's like a god. So remember that this is a game, is what this card is here to remind us. And what if you chose to play and enjoy? So the first time that Picard encounters Q, he's very irate about this. He's very upset at being put through these trials. And, he castigates Q right back and, blames him for all of this stuff and tries to get back at him and won over him. And after a while, Q just keeps showing up because Picard is one of his favorite humans to put through these trials. And it's truly because he's inventive and resilient and everything else. And Q sees them as games. So Picard starts to play the games and stop trying to outwit an omniscient being, and just he knows that he has to play the game, right? So what if you chose to play it and enjoy it, instead of being mad at the universe, mad at Q for putting you through this? So just, this is a reminder, this is a really big card. It's a reminder that you are consciousness experiencing itself. Getting a lot of throat chakra stuff going on as well. It's a reminder that wisdom begins with what the Psalms, what the Bible calls the fear of God. And I've had this explained to me a few different ways, but my favorite comes from Ariel Gatoga. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, I recommend it. His stuff on the Psalms is really good. But he describes this as truly the awe that we have for the universe, allowing ourselves to be awe-inspired. And that is the fear of God, right? Is the remembering how small you are in a large universe, and how your position relative to spirit. Let's put it that way. It's a reminder that there are higher forms of consciousness than you, and that they demand respect. They're vantage point is higher. Let's see. There's a reminder here that, you know, these games can be difficult or they can be challenging. Like they're meant to test you. So stay humble, stay clever, and remember the only way out is through. And then Dorothy with her ruby red slippers. This one, I'm trying to see which parts of this are for you. Okay, so you might benefit from a mantra, is one of the things that this card says. This is a Hindu practice as well as a Buddhist one. You can write your own mantra. It doesn't have to be one of the classic ones. Just make sure that you use positive phrasing only. They're as much messages to your subconscious as anything else. So you can use different mantra from the Buddhist or Hindu traditions for different outcomes. And some of them are tied to different deities, etc. So just do your research on any mantra that you are keen on using. There's different mantras for different chakras as well. They all have a different energy for you to call upon. So when Dorothy clicks her heels together wearing the ruby red slippers, the mantra is, "There's no place like home." And so this is a quick reminder to cultivate a safe and sacred place. And this can be, like the recommendation from the card is one physical space and one practice that allows you to bring your sacred space with you. This is like bringing your ruby red slippers with you everywhere you go. Speaking of the slippers, this can also be like a physical talisman. As long as you believe in its magic or in its protective abilities or whatever else, it will work. So this can be a physical talisman that creates a sacred space around you. Or that brings you luck, right? That brings you joy, that brings you safety and protection is mostly what I'm getting from this. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get into talismans and how to enchant them. You can look this up yourself, and these can be, you know, I really like crystals because they come with their own properties, and there's lots of protective crystals. The black ones tend to be protective. Stuff for the root chakra is really good, so also red ones. What else for this group? Anything? Obsidian in particular, I like a lot. No, okay, that's it. Okay, so play the game and have some mantras and talismans. It's like a broad perspective and then some little tools that can help you. One changes your conscious viewpoint, and one is more about affecting a subconscious peace and feeling of knowing you're safe and protected. Interesting, starting energies. And then we got... No, okay, we covered. Those are good starting energies. We don't need any more decks for that. All right, yeah, we're going to take a wander through the Hollow Woods. If you're new here, this is a board game that I adapted for divination. I say I adapted, I just pull the cards. And it's an intuitive exercise, so let's see. Okay, we got crow or a raven on top of a skull here in the hollow woods. They call them the hollow woods, but as I've said before, these woods are very rich with symbolism, with meaning, with depth. They delve into the subconscious at the most shallow. There's some symbols here that speak to the collective unconscious. We have our woman resting in a shady bower. In the past, this has been Empress energy. Let's see what it is in this reading. Mm-hmm. Little Red Riding Hood type image. Hermit's Cave, as we've come to call it. Shadowy figure, or tree branch shadows. Oh, we're doing more, guys. This might be the longest panel yet. This is a Meliora, so the image is continuous, which I really enjoy from the art. They're thick cards. We got the Knight/Guardian on the castle path. Okay. Okay, so off the bat, I'm getting that Spirit is sending messengers to you. And this can be anything, like signs, symbols, synchronicities, meaningful messages, of which this will only be one, is my sense. Yeah, like you've been sent these in other ways, and most likely you'll be sent more. But this is like a capstone kind of message. This is like make it crystal clear here, or emphasize it at least. Just figuring out what this message is about. It's about resting in some fashion. You may be being called to rest. My sense is you've been, take this very broadly. Like when we go on a journey through the hollow woods, you are using your intuition as much as me, right? We're wandering through the collective unconscious together. And what I'm getting from this is that this cottage is somewhere that you do like labor. It's somewhere that you do. It's somewhere that you do things. And you might think that they're very productive, even spiritually productive. But Spirit's saying, no, come on, come with us. Like you gotta go within. The cottage is somewhere in the outside world. You know, it's just representative of something that you're doing in the outside world. And they're saying like, doing schmooing, like, come on, have a cup of tea, go within. Let me take a minute with these last two panels because this is potentially important. This is strange. So there's something that you're fearing. Or there's something in your field that you can't identify. What is this, Spirit? There's some sort of test. Like a Q and Picard style test, like a soul test to see what you're made of here. And it might be confusing. Like this is giving Hall of Mirrors vibes, which it has never presented me with before. I feel like I'm having a difficult time with this because it is a test that I'm not supposed to give you like the cheat codes. This is kind of part of your growth. it feels like spiritual progress can't be made until you move past this. Like this is a significant mile marker. That's what the guardian is here to oversee. You have help here. Like you aren't alone. There's help in the spirit realm. It's like, yes, it's a test. Yes, this will test you, but you will have help in going through it. All right, we're going to pull from Oracle of Destiny. I kept getting like an itchy hand there. I don't know if you guys saw. This deck is about palmistry. Okay, yeah, there might be something. I'm getting called to look specifically in the book at the part of my hand that was itching. This is divination, guys. It's wild. It's wild. Like each page shows a little bit of a diagram of the hand. So I'm just seeing if there's anything that would point to the part of the hand that was itching. Oh yeah, there we go. Mount of Venus. So yeah, it was this part of my hand. Divinatory meaning of this card. Here lies your deepest reserve of energy. Your safe, your storehouse. Think of the thing that is most powerful to you. A hug, the sea, a memory. When you feel tired, when you need to regenerate, when you are in difficulty, go to your Mount of Venus. Therein lies your strength. In that place you have seen. So use your intuition right now. Where is this for you? This feels like a very dreamy message. Like I feel like I'm in a dream right now. But it reminds me of this. Like almost there's no place like home. Kind of. It feels like the mantra will get you to this feeling. It's almost like a happy place. But it's not like Happy Gilmore's happy place. It's like a feeling of being in a feeling of like safety and warmth and being embraced by the universe. And residing there. There's something like, you know, in Harry Potter with the Dementors, they really do look like, they kind of appear like this, these shadowy figures, and they feed off of fear. And the spell that they use to keep the Dementors away requires that you summon up a feeling of love, like deep, abiding, bone deep love. Because, you know, love is what shields us against fear. Love is true and fear is not. So yeah, there's something about a subconscious belief that you're protected, residing in this feeling of love. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to get better at it. I don't know why it makes me uncomfortable. I have another channel where I create subliminal tracks, like subliminal audio tracks. And I started to make these for myself because like I can consciously believe that I am safe and energetically protected, but there's my subconscious is like, has this beliefs, especially after having gone through some like energetic trauma, let's put it that way. My subconscious has these beliefs that like in the past we have not been safe and we might not be safe now. And so, like when that doubt creeps in, it that is what makes us vulnerable, right? It's a permission slip to I'll just leave it at that. I link it in every description box, but look into the subliminals on my other channel. The most protective thing for me was I found this Kabbalistic prayer that invokes the archangels in the different directions all around you. So Archangel Uriel is before me, Archangel Raphael is behind me. To my right is Archangel Michael. To my left is Archangel Gabriel. And all around me is God's Shekinah. And this I found incredibly powerful. In a lot of spiritual practices, especially when you go into trance, like if you're going into the astral, the spirit realm, whatever, there's a calling of the directions. They also do it in magic before working spells in a circle. It's sometimes a part of casting a circle. But it's something universal about calling in the different directions all around you and feeling protected on all sides. And it's truly a subconscious thing. When we're subconsciously believing that we are completely protected, that does something to the quantum field, guys. Like it's like it makes us unmesswithable spiritually. So check that out. I'm getting big confirmation. That will be really useful for someone. And if you're listening to this and you're like, Sam, I have no relationship with the archangels. Like I don't even know much about them. So I didn't grow up with one either. They're non-denominational. So they will help anyone who asks for their help. They are high vibrational, they are loving, and they are benevolent. And these aspects are important in any energies or entities that you call upon. Okay, I'm being called to get into this, so I will. Be careful with quid pro quo energetic arrangements. So if you're working with an energy or an entity that wants something from you in order to give you something, aim higher. What you get when you enter into an energetic quid pro quo kind of arrangement is you start to work with self-interested energies rather than energies that are working for your highest good out of just love, right? Out of a mission to improve, like a mission to promote the highest good. And what you get is energies that give to you for something in return rather than teaching and guiding and providing you with a soul lesson. You enter into like a disempowering, energetic marketplace. Let's put it that way, of like, you give me that, I give you this. And some sneakiness can creep in, or some doubt on your part that opens you up to that sneakiness. That is why I started working with the archangels, because I needed to know that what I was working with is high vibrational, that it is loving, that it is motivated to help me towards my highest good, and that it is powerful, right? I needed to subconsciously know that whatever I'm calling on has my back, is very loving, and is super duper powerful. And everyone believes Like it's all throughout our traditions. It's written everywhere that angels and archangels are incredibly powerful. And so this subconsciously allows incredibly powerful, high vibrational, loving beings to come through to assist you. Whether you believe that they are specific energies and entities named Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, just know that it allows them to come through for you. Okay? That will be really helpful for someone. I went a little long on that, but I think it was necessary. Anything from this deck? No, we covered it. Okay. Any tarot? We can dabble into the tarot. Any messages for the highest good of this collective, please, Spirit? Any stories to augment, shed light on this one, or relay any messages that need to be heard? Ten of Wands. Seven of Cups. Page of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Okay. I think that's it. So I did a post on my channel recently that was about like when I'm reading into the energy of the card and all I'm getting is memes. So with this Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups combo, there's this GIF, however you want to say it. I think it looks like it's from some sort of infomercial. And it's of a guy walking out with a bunch of stuff to clean his car, and his arms are full, and he just like comically, like he's trying to juggle all of it and he can't, and he falls over and like onto the hood of the car and slips onto the ground. You know, in infomercials when they're like, has this ever happened to you? I'm just getting that energy where you just have like all of these burdens and too many choices, like too many options. Like it may be, okay, you've been burdened with some spiritual responsibility, like some spiritual gifts. I'm getting the quid pro quo energy here. And like there's lots of energies you can work with, entities you can work with in the spirit realm. And it's this dazzling array, and some of them are deceptive choices. Like some of them are dead ends, some of them look really good but will actually hurt you, and others are maybe like less sexy but more aligned choices, better aligned with your highest good is what I mean when I say more aligned. The encouragement is to keep exploring, like look into something new and look up. You see how she's looking up? Like whatever you do going forward, look up and forward towards your highest good. And the energies and entities that have that in mind, they'll be way less sexy on paper, guys. Like, it won't, you know, there's this like drippy appeal to like working with a goddess of magic, or, you know, working with I don't even know. There's like so many options as are reflected in this card. What was useful for me was to see like this pyramid of like this diagram that someone's done of spirit, right? And because it's all one thing, it's all unity, but it's been divided into these aspects, right? So when we're working with the archangels, say we're working with an aspect of divinity, an aspect of consciousness, an aspect of spirit. And we can choose from these different aspects. We can choose higher vibrational, we can choose lower vibrational, and we can choose practices, ideas, beliefs, subconscious or conscious, that attract those different energies or entities, right? And like the encouragement here is to aim higher, like towards the top of this pyramid, where we just have like God, spirit, source. Yeah. When we work with lesser energies, lesser entities, the quid pro quo types, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, you leave me an offering, and I make something happen in the 3D real fast for you. Like we're picking something really low down on the pyramid, and there's always an energetic toll to be exacted from this. So always aim as high as possible. That is my advice to you or to anyone. It's not just because of this reading. And I hear someone saying like, yeah, okay, Mr. High and Mighty, like, you only work with angels, like, whoopsie, good for you, Mr. Goody Two Shoes. But trust me, guys, I've been through this energy. I have learned this the hard way. Let me just say that. And let me say it so that you can hear it. I have learned this the really hard way. I have been in this energy for a long time, and it was deeply uncomfortable, and I had no idea I was doing. I had no spiritual background or experience. And then I got activated like a sleeper agent, and all of a sudden I could feel energy very viscerally. And the only thing the only thing that has helped me over time is by aiming higher on this pyramid of spirit, right? And as you do this, you start incorporating practices that make you higher vibrational. And it gets to the point where all of this sort of becomes irrelevant because you're just working with the power that is, right? The all, the infinite. And when you are working with aspects of it identified with a different name, you're working with those that are teaching and guiding towards your highest good. So the trade-off here is they won't do things like the trade-off here is and it's not a trade-off. It's a choice of something better, but you might not find the archangels very sexy because they're going to make you, like they're going to ensure that you walk this path and that you learn the lessons that your soul set out to learn. Like there's no easy route with the high vibrational beings of love and light. Like people point to that and they're like, that's wussy stuff. Like I work with these, whatever. It is both the hardest and the easiest route. I don't know how to explain it because it avoids all of this. That's what makes it easy. And it helps you to learn these lessons in the wisest, but also the quickest way, if that's what you ask for, right? Like, it's just better. Take it from me. Having tried both, it's way better because they're invested in your soul's growth, unconditionally loving, and very, very reassuring. Like it's so reassuring in the spirit realm to know that you have these guardians. And once you continue to make these choices towards your highest good, like you get naturally protected. Like there's so much protection that comes from this route. Like you get raised up vibrationally to the point where the stuff on the lower rungs here can't even, like they can't mess with you. You're untouchable. Even now I feel like a lot of activity in my field of just like being defended, like things coming in and my guides being like, no, don't touch the messenger. Like, no. And it takes a lot of work to get there. It does, but it'll be a lot faster because you're guided by unconditionally loving beings that are extremely, like on the pyramid, they're really high up. That's what you want. From these two cards, I get this very interesting, like normally the Two of Pentacles is balancing things in the material. But for whatever reason, I'm intuitively getting that this is like conscious and subconscious, the above and the below, as within, so without, all of it. If you are a magical practitioner, if you are working with these energies and entities, sometimes there's some overlap with, like, you might identify as a witch or whatever. Some folks here, not everyone. And you're not familiar with Hermeticism and magical systems based off of hermetic principles, look into that. I'll plug Ariel Gatoga's channel again. I was really lost in the realm of magic until I listened to his stuff, because it's just like it'll get you sorted out really fast in terms of like these decisions. He'll be like, "Hey, silly, just choose this cup up here." He'll make it really easy for you. So a good teacher is helpful. I'm not that. I'm just the messenger here for this, but I'm getting a gentle reminder from Spirit that you are a teacher, and that's nice. Look, I went through this stuff so that I can explain it to other people, right? So that I can give this recommendation with a bit more precision. It wasn't just a soul lesson for me. That was the primary reason. But we can benefit from other people's mistakes. So I encourage you to learn the lesson from this story that I am telling you, so that you don't, so you hopefully don't have to learn it the hard way, right? Like I did. So yeah, there's this is a reminder that like aim high spiritually, work with spirit in its highest and purest forms. If you find it reassuring, because a lot of us do, to work with like an entity with a name, right? I highly recommend the archangels. Check them out. But there's also a reminder here that like your subconscious beliefs are a huge part of what comes through, like this lemniscat of the all, unity, the continuum of spirit. And sometimes if we have subconscious fears about stuff, that's what allows it to come through. Sometimes if we have subconscious beliefs that, you know, I don't know the angels, they don't know me, they don't want to help me, like that, you have to believe that they do want to help you, that they are high vibrational and loving, and that all you have to do is think of their names and they're there, right? And so there's a balance here between, yes, you can do all the conscious work in the world, you can choose to take on these beliefs, but your subconscious beliefs have to be structured equally, tenaciously is what's coming through. So yeah, check out the subliminals on my other channel in the description box. It's called Samuel Speaks. Those will help you. Anywho, this balance will allow you to, like all of these confusing cups, like it'll allow you to leave them behind and climb upwards towards your highest good. I'm just getting that this will put you back on a path that you may have strayed from unknowingly. Or it'll put you on a completely new path. It will reorient you. This will also like help you explore some aspects of spirituality that you haven't yet. Like the Eight of Cups is all about leaving behind these things which are good or just okay or not so good, for something better. Like all of these cups are workable. But it's about choosing like, no, I choose better for myself. I choose higher for myself. I choose different, right? Like none of these jive with me. You may be like seeing all these options. You're like, I don't know, just none of them feel right. For me, like I say, I was physically activated to feel energy, and all of a sudden spirituality became very important. Like it affected pragmatically how I felt on a day-to-day level. And it affected what energies found me, because I could feel them entering and exiting my body, which is deeply unpleasant if the energies are less than savory. So I had to very quickly go through a lot of cups and see what worked and what didn't. And that is why I am the messenger that has been chosen to relay this message. Anything else? Nope. We about covered it. Another long video, but useful to someone. All right, guys, take it easy. Remember to relax. This energy can be really stressful. So relax, meditate, and be with the angels is what I want to say. I never thought I would be an evangelist for angels, but I'm not promoting any particular religion or spirituality. They're non-denominational, and they help anyone who asks. Just try it out, be in their energy, and see how you feel. And that will go a long way towards helping you decide whether this is for you or not. If nothing else, I have presented you with another option and given you hopefully some cups to consider, or some energetic considerations. Hopefully some useful advice. All right, guys, take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Love ya.